Thank you for joining us. Dane County is investing nearly $1 million in additional funds to address what the county executive calls some of the most pressing challenges in our community.
As part of the 2020 county budget, that money will go toward mental health and addiction treatment services. Madeline O'Neill tells us how officials hope that will translate into some real change. Maddie?
Eric and Charlotte, many of us are touched in some way by mental illness and addiction. That's why Dane County officials say making resources easier to access is such a priority next year.
It's really a tragedy when someone dies or is seriously injured from something that didn't need to happen.
Watching drug overdose and suicide trends isn't easy.
And over the last number of years, we've seen suicides and drug overdoses really, take the lead.
Safe Communities looks at top causes of injuries in Dane County, working with about 350 area groups to address them.
It really needs to be an all-hands-on-deck approach.
When it comes to mental illness and addiction, Executive Director Cheryl Whitkey knows much of the work must be done outside the office.
We will be out in the community more.
The most effective services and the most effective initiatives come from the ground up.
Dane County Executive Joe Parisi is adding $865,000 in his 2020 budget to enhancing mental health and addiction recovery services.
That's an illness just as much as heart disease is an illness, as much as cancer is illness.
$80,000 of that will go toward expanding Safe Communities Recovery Coach Program.
People who've lived addiction and have recovered from it, and who are also trained to reach out to people who are struggling now. And it's a really powerful intervention because they know they've woken up in the emergency room after an overdose.
Now those recovery coaches connect with people in places like the hospital after an overdose. Soon it will expand to community centers like the Urban League.
It really does feel like a family.
And here at the Outreach LGBT Community Center.
LGBTQ people are 3 times more likely to struggle with addiction.
With the program expansion, a recovery coach will be on hand here 10 hours a week.
This is kind of exciting for us.
It connects people where they're at.
It's a safe space.
To get them where they'd like to go.
It's a message of hope.
$500,000 of the budget will be going toward a county grant program for current community-based groups directly helping those struggling with addiction and mental illness. $200,000 is going toward mental health services for seniors, and that's not all. Parisi will be announcing his full budget proposal tomorrow.